Okay, all right. So Emily, can you read the first sentence, and then we'll discuss it.
Of course. You arranged to meet a friend at the train station, but when you get there, you can't find them.
Okay.
And
I can finally hear you. Great.
Oh, great.
But I didn't solve the camera problem, so.
Okay, no problem.
At least something.
Yeah. This is good. We can hear you, and that's what matters. So Thomas, I shared the PDF. It's the same PDF that I sent by email.
Yep.
Okay. So and right now, basically, we're just doing the warm up. Okay. So if you can share the screen, we're doing the warm up, which is this one right here. Okay. So
okay.
So Emily, first of all, has this ever happened to you? And what did you do?
yeah, it's happened to me. And I just called my friend and I told her where I was staying.
Mhm.
And then I pointed myself on the map and I sent it.
Oh, I see. So you marked the map.
I marked
Okay,
my
interesting.
position. Yeah.
And then you sent it to her as like a screenshot or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good strategy.
Like we have this function on WhatsApp.
Of course. Great. And Thomas, have you ever had a situation like this happen?
Probably not on a train station, but probably somewhere in nature or somewhere on the countryside. Okay. So friends send me their location on a messenger application, or we just call them to ourselves and meet each other. So
I see.
And we solved that problem like that. So.
And so did you have any difficulties finding them?
I think not. We always find ourselves pretty quickly. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
We've been lucky, probably. Just.
So yes, or maybe you're very good at communicating, And so let's talk about this one. So this is a common situation. What technology could help people find each other in public spaces like train stations or nature or something like that? So this is for both of you, whoever wants to answer.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Sorry. For example, if they send me the GPS location on WhatsApp or Facebook, it always helps to find them.
Yeah, that's a great technology. Yeah. So location, or kind of the pin, right? Anything that you were going to say, Emily?
Here on all train stations, we have this option where you can go to the special man or woman. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it can use like the special, I don't know, something to tell where you stay, to find each other. Like you give the name and it.
Oh, like an announcement.
Yeah.
So they tell everybody, Emily, come to gate number 1 to meet your friend. Oh, yeah, that's another system. That's
like old one, but it works. For example, if you got lost and you can't use your phone.
That's right. Yeah. It's old school, but it works. And that's good. Okay, so continue discussing the other situations, and I'll go check with the other guys. Okay.
Have this kind of situation. First of all, because I don't like mountains. But I don't know.
And do you know anyone who has had like an accident in nature or something like that? Or have you heard a story?
Yes, yes. For example, I have heard some story. Because, for example, in Italy, it's very common to go to the mountains during the summer or during the winter. And some people lost.
So some people got
Lost, or they lost the signal.
Of course, yeah, the GPS or
the GPS.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. Okay, okay. And Pavel?
I have experience when I see the thief or robber who stole something from the car,
Really?
and he break the window
Oh, wow.
and stole some bag from the car, and I called the police, but I don't know where I stayed, and the police told me check the nearest lamp, and on lamp is the number, and they know your location from that number. They have some databases of the numbers, and they check it, and they know where are you.
That's a great idea. Yeah. So kind of the database of the lamps. Okay. Okay. And so what other, so that's a great point, Pavel, that technology. So what technologies could help avoid these problems?
Some GPS locator on your mobile phone, some app when you tag you, and who have that app can with your location.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 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 So they can kind of find you, they can see where you are on the map.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Anything else, Enrico, that you can?
For example, an automatic message
Okay.
to the police, or I don't know, to some.
Next one, you're waiting for an important delivery.
Okay, we are back.
Okay, yeah.
Well, let's share a couple of things right here. So just say one thing, kind of one point from your conversation. So Thomas, you were about to say something. So and also I wanted just to welcome you. Welcome, Thomas. How's everything today?
Thank you. I just came from work 2 hours ago, and just resting, and I was waiting for this lesson, and I was very excited.
Nice.
For 2 weeks. So I really
awesome.
need that again.
So you got your a new job, right?
Yeah. It was my second day there, so I'm just looking around and meet the people, and meeting the new processes and something like that. So it's really new for me for now. So.
That's awesome.
But
congratulations.
I hope I get into that really fast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You'll get used to it very quickly.
Yeah.
So Thomas, tell us what was something interesting that you discussed with Emily?
Yeah, we get just to the second sentence. So for Emily, she, for example, when she get to the airport one time, she couldn't find her taxi driver, and she couldn't get on a Wi-Fi or internet connection. So they were like looking for each other's, and then she gets to the airport, get back to the airport, and to get a Wi-Fi and connect with the taxi driver, and then they meet each other, and the end was happy.
Exactly. Yeah. With the taxi, that is a common problem with Uber drivers and stuff. Great. And Emily.
Thomas mentioned that he lived in Lithuania for 6 months, and he always used Bolt or Uber,
Mhm.
and he's never had any problems with taxi drivers, because in these applications, the taxi driver knows exactly where you stay.
Oh, I see your exact location. Great point. Perfect. And Enrico, what can you tell us about your conversation with Pavel?
Yes, he told me about bad experience with a food delivery.
Mhm.
And because due to an human mistake, the address was wrong,
Ooh.
and the delivery didn't arrive to his home.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That's a common situation. And Pavel, another point from your conversation with Enrico.
Oh, I told to Enrico our system how you could find your location because police has a database of the lamps in the city, and every lamp has a number. And if you told that number to police, they know where are you stay.
Yes, exactly. That's a good point. That's a very good point. So that's actually connected. It's very good that you mentioned it, because it's connected to what we're going to talk about right now. Okay, so right now I'm going to play just the audio of the video. And for this exercise, we want to practice our listening skills. So maybe just listen. You're not going to be able to see anything. Listen and try to catch the general idea, okay, of what they are saying. Okay, so of course it'll be much easier when you see it, and we'll watch it again where you can see the subtitles and the pictures. But right now, just see, I'll try to catch information from the listening. It's very short. It's 1 minute. Okay, and then and yeah, the important thing here is you might not be able to catch everything, but just try to get a general idea. Okay, and then you'll share what you caught. Okay, so let's listen to this and let's play it. All right.
Have you ever struggled to find a friend? Had a taxi take you to the wrong entrance? A package delivered to the wrong address? Or couldn't explain where you were? We developed What 3 Words because addressing around the world should be better, and talking about a location can be really hard. Addresses aren't unique. They're easy to confuse, don't point to specific entrances, and for a lot of places, they don't exist at all. People struggle to find each other, and businesses fail to reach customers. It's frustrating, costs the economy billions, and affects lives. What 3 Words is a solution. It has divided the world into 3-meter squares and given each one a unique 3-word address. It's as simple as saying, lanes larger daring, to find that specific location on Earth. Around the world, people are using 3-word addresses for everything, from telling their car where to go and finding that tucked-away cottage, to getting deliveries and directing emergency services to the right place. What 3 Words is helping to make the world a less frustrating, more efficient, and safer place. 3 words at a time.
All right, very good. So let's see what we caught. So what are some words or some ideas that you caught, Enrico?
Yes, they talk about this app. It's a location app that help people.
So an app that helps.
That helps people easily find a place or a specific address. And because with this app, you can have a unique address.
Yes, great.
And use it for a lot of things.
Wow.
in the life.
That's great. Yes, awesome. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, anything else? Let's see, Emily.
I mean, people struggle to find each other, and they were talking about a location, and they mentioned that it's very frustrating. That's why it's a great idea to use 3-word address.
Yes.
I mean, it's the solution to find the specific location and to get your delivery, or even use it for emergencies.
Good point. Good point. Okay, perfect. And let's see, Pavel, anything else that you caught?
They split the word to 3 meters square or something like this, and that helps companies. They didn't lose their customers, and it helps a lot of people.
Yeah, that's right. So it works with squares. That's a good point. So it's squares. It's 3 meters by 3 meters, or something like that. Okay, and it helps companies, right? And great. And Thomas, anything else that we missed?
I don't know, probably just it can solve these issues with the deliveries and finding people. So that's the point.
Exactly.
That's the main point. And
That's the main point.
it helps. It just helps people.
Exactly. It's very useful. So here, we're going to watch it again. Okay, right here, just okay, here, and it will and then this will be a little bit easier to understand because of the visuals. Okay, so here we have the subtitles. Let's just make sure they're in English. Okay, English, yes. Okay, great.
Have you ever struggled to find a friend? Had a taxi take you to the wrong entrance? A package delivered to the wrong address? Or couldn't explain where you were? We developed What 3 Words because addressing around the world should be better, and talking about a location can be really hard. Addresses aren't unique. They're easy to confuse, don't point to specific entrances, and for a lot of places, they don't exist at all. People struggle to find each other, and businesses fail to reach customers. It's frustrating, costs the economy billions, and affects lives. What 3 Words is a solution. It has divided the world into 3-meter squares and given each one a unique 3-word address. It's as simple as saying, lanes larger daring, to find that specific location on Earth. Around the world, people are using 3-word addresses for everything, from telling their car where to go and finding that tucked-away cottage, to getting deliveries and directing emergency services to the right place. What 3 Words is helping to make the world a less frustrating, more efficient, and safer place. 3 words at a time.
All right, very good. So, and actually it works. You know, one of my students in the earlier class, downloaded it, and he said that it works. He's playing with it right now. He's experimenting with it. So, you can check it. It's an interesting idea. It's an interesting idea. So, so right now, in the next conversation, okay, we're going to go with our partner, and I'd like for you to kind of share your opinions. Now, some people like it. Some people think it's interesting. Some people think it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit different, that they can't visualize it. They can't see it, because it's hard to just 3 words, And so explain the app in your own words. Okay, we sort of did it already, but you can explain more things about it. Your opinion, do you like it? Do you not like it? Why? Some good things, some bad things about it. What problems could it help solve? And then what else would you like to know about this app? So for this one, maybe imagine that you're like a billionaire investor, okay? And these developers are coming to you and they're saying, hey, you want to invest in this project? It's really good. They show you the video. They're very excited, but you want to know more about it. How are they going to do it? Talk about money and their business model. Okay, so come up with your partner with some questions. It can be technical questions, like for Pavel, like on the IT side. technical things, or it can be on the business side. Or Thomas with the engineering, you have experience with that. So so just discuss your opinion and your questions for the developers. Okay, so let's create 2 breakout rooms here, and then we can jump into this discussion. Okay, so you can join your partner for this conversation.
I can say, nice to see you.
I don't know what happened today.
No problem.
This is Enrico and Thomas. Thomas joined, I think, a couple of weeks ago, right? Thomas? Yeah. And I think
3
Enrico,
weeks ago, I think.
that's right. And Enrico, I think you were on holiday when
Yes.
when he started. But yeah, this is Enrico and this is Thomas, and you'll be able to see him, maybe later or next week or something.
I will try to solve this.
Yes, no problem. No problem. So guys, let's what do you think about this project?
I really can imagine how does it works. It's really weird for me.
Oh, okay. So what are your doubts? What specifically are you not sure about?
I don't know if I didn't catch that, but I don't know what these 3 exact words does mean. If someone like who typed these words and I forgot the word.
Yeah.
Decide who decide what does these words means, and I don't know. I don't really know how does it work. I didn't catch that from the video. I'm sorry.
Oh, that would be a
Really
good
weird for me.
question. That would be a good question to ask the developers. It's who decides what words you are going to use, or how do you decide what words?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good question. Yeah, Enrico?
Yeah, for example, in my opinion, I can see the innovation.
Okay.
Right? Why I have to, or I should invest to this app? What is the innovation?
I see. Like the benefits, you mean?
Yes, the benefit. Because, for example, I think that now we have a lot of similar apps.
Yes.
For example, WhatsApp, you can send the position, or I don't know, maybe there are some other apps.
Yeah.
And yes, I would like to better understand what is the innovation.
I see. Yeah, that's a good point. The thing is, like they were saying, maybe it's not to change the system, but maybe to help it, because like, of course, out of the maps that works really well. But for example, let's say like in the forest, or, if you're in a stadium with a lot of places, it's like, oh, I see, I see this and I see that. And there could be many different ones, So for this one, I think it's, I mean, I'm not an expert, I just found this, but I think it could be to help people, give like an additional,
information. Okay.
Yes. But yeah, those are good questions. Okay, so then maybe talk about other things that you're not sure about, like maybe the technical things, the innovation, or maybe the money, the business side. Okay, so maybe about 2 more minutes, you can discuss this, and then we'll go back to the main room. Okay.
Okay.
Building.
I don't know. Maybe it's easy for using than Google Maps. Maybe, I don't know.
Could be. We will see, of course. Yeah.
For me, it's interesting how it works when you are on the hill. If that split the land like this or like this if you are on the hill? How does it work?
We can check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were some questions that so Pavel, what are you not sure about?
For me, what's the benefit for that between this application and Google or another maps application? Because everybody have it in the mobile and that has similar function. I couldn't see that application and when I'm investor, I want to know how they want to monetize it. If the users will pay for that application or if they want to connect with some advertised space. And from my point of view, like user, I want to know how they will secure my data.
Wow, good questions. Yeah. Those. Yeah. Awesome. And Emily, what about you? What questions do you have for the developers?
I asked the same questions because I don't understand why do we need to change, I mean, the old structure to find the place where all buildings have the numbers and we can find it on the map easily because it counts our steps and you see like, oh, 100 meter, 200 meters, etc. And I just think that it's a very interesting startup, but I'm not sure that it will be really useful, but we will see. I mean, until you don't use it, you don't know like if it's good or not.
Right.
It's a perfect app that will change our reality.
Great. Awesome. Good job. All right, everyone. Okay, great. So now that you have a few questions, we're going to go to the next one, okay? The next activity. Some of these questions will be answered in the short little article here. And so with this exercise right here, it's a mini reading. Okay, mini reading. So here, okay. And so we're not going to do the vocabulary. We might do the vocabulary later, but first, okay, we have these, these 5 paragraphs, and it's perfect because there are 4 of you and me, 5. Okay, so each one will do one. So what we'll do is I'll give you, maybe 1 or 2 minutes to read your paragraph, and then you will present to the group the basic ideas. Now, the important thing here is to not kind of read it or to, of course, you can use some of the words if you want, but the important thing here is to kind of give your version of it. Okay, so kind of you have 2 minutes. Okay, it talks about this, blah, 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 blah. And then when you present, it's more like a conversation. You're not reading, you're not, you're just saying, okay, yeah, my paragraph was very interesting because it talked about how it works and this works with this and this is the system, blah, 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 blah. And so it's more, it's more like a conversation, like a dialogue, okay? Rather than just a reading. So let's assign some of these, okay? So let's see, maybe Thomas, you can start with number 1, okay? Okay, Pavel, you can do 2. Enrico, you could do 3. Okay, so Enrico, and then Emily, you can do 4. Okay, and then I will do 5. Okay, and then I will do 5. Okay, so just right here, it's the same PDF that you have, but I will keep this on the screen just in case. Okay, so I'm going to put about 2 minutes here on the phone, and then we'll talk. Okay. about 30 seconds. All right, good. So let's go here. So Thomas, Pablo, Enrico, Emily. Okay, so let's start with Thomas. So tell us about your paragraph.
Okay. So Chris Sheldrick is worked as a music festival organizer, and he found some issues when he meets, for example, he found a problem with found their friends in music festivals, and like common problems you can found there. The bands can found the right entrance to the concert, like from the backstage, and so he decided to create an application which can help you to specify your exact location and clear like the exact location of you and of some places. And he also collaborate with some maths professors who help them to create or make this application. They turned his idea into exact application.
Wow, that's right. Very good. So just the only thing is collaborated in the past.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was a great word, great presentation. Yes, awesome. Okay, and number 2, I believe it was Pavel.
The thing about the specific location isn't new, because we have GPS localization, but it's collect from the long numbers, and nobody couldn't remember that number. And this system is collect from the words, and that's all.
That's right. So that's a little bit, yeah. So it is it's easier to remember 3 words than all these numbers. That's true. Okay, perfect. And then number 3, I believe it was Enrico.
Yes, it's a free download app for individual, and it receives money from licensing agreement with the company who decide to use this app. And it's an app that has several it's an app that people can use in several situations. Okay. For example, festival, or direction to accommodation, or in the future for deliveries with drones.
That's right.
And another important thing is that it can use to help people who lives in remote places, or for example disaster areas.
That's right. So the only thing is it can be used.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be used. That's right. Because in these disaster areas, there's nothing there to tell them. That's a great point. Great. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Enrico. And now, Emily, can you tell us about your?
My paragraph talks about singular and plural forms of the words, because addresses can be confusing, and that can affect people's plans or even businesses, because the words with the same pronunciation but different spelling, and words with similar pronunciation. For example, circle, goal, leader, and is less than 2 kilometers away from circle, goal, leaders. and it's really hard to catch it. And I mean, it could be some problems with that. For example, if you are in emergency situation, it could be very dangerous. But they mentioned that it's not a big deal. Like, I mean, these instances are very rare.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So pronunciation is important, especially when you call on the phone, or when they also sometimes it has voice recognition.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, circle goal leader, you know, and then the phone catches it. But as you know, this technology sometimes, depending on your accent, catches something different. So that's something that they're working on. Okay, so those are the difficulties. But and now my paragraph is that, you know, we have these difficulties, but a lot of countries, you know, 10 of them in total have are using this technology. And some two of these countries that they mentioned are Nigeria and Mongolia. And it's been translated to 48 languages. Okay. And it says that it has the power to transform. So maybe not for us. I mean, we live in Europe, you know, it's very developed. Everyone has an address. All the streets have a number. Everything is very well organized. But some places in Africa, some places, you know, in Asia, South America, people don't have an address. They say, oh, I live over there, you know. And so people, you know, for these people, it might be good to have this, because then they can get a bank account, they can vote, they can, you know, be part of the economy. Okay, so they can say that a lot of people can benefit. Okay, great. So let's do a couple of let's do a short vocabulary exercise just to make sure. Here, then we'll play a game, a little game that is, you know, that will kind of give you an idea into how it works, but it's, of course, it's just a game. But this one, we want to look at the vocabulary words, okay, that are in bold here. Now, for this, the way, you know, it's organized, we have student A and student B. Okay, so basically, in here you have the definitions of the words. So you want to find the word, you know, for example, let's say, you know, student A and then student B. So if I'm student A, then I want to find, okay, very hard to do something. Try very hard to do something. So I look at these words that are highlighted and try to find it. Okay, and then it says, oh, this is what it means. And then explain the word to your partner, maybe give an example or something. And then you do one word and one word, one word and one word. Okay, and this is just to practice some of these words. Okay. Okay, perfect. So let's see. Oh. Okay, great. That's it. So did you get the notification to join the room? No.
Yes.
You did? Okay.
I didn't.
You didn't? Okay, so let me see. Breakout rooms. Okay. So Enrico and Thomas. Good. You didn't get it, Emily?
No.
So let's see. Ooh. So, okay, but
Okay.
good.
Or what to do, or it's very difficult for you to finish or something like that. It's not like your you know, your area of of your skills. So probably it's the definition of the struggle. And so
Exactly.
it's all from me.
Good. And then Enrico, can you do one?
But I have to pick a word from the scheme. Huh?
Yeah, so you are, I think so. Thomas did one from A, so you can do one from B. So you can choose one of these words right here. These are the definitions, and then go to the article and find the words.
Okay.
Okay.
Related to the countryside, rural area.
Okay, so what are some examples of rural areas?
For example, when you are in a countryside area.
Okay. Of course.
Yes, very simple.
Yeah, exactly. So is Sardinia very rural?
Yes, you can find a lot of rural area, not in the coast, but inside the island.
I see. I see.
In the middle of the island, we can say.
Yeah, middle of the island, or maybe the center of the island.
Yes, in the center of the island, you can find a lot of small town or small village.
Okay, awesome. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. And then Thomas, next one.
Okay, being the only thing like this special and different from other things, so it must be unique.
Unique. Okay.
So it means that something it's just some special. For example, every person is unique, like, or your fingerprints are unique. You know, just everyone has different fingerprints or a personality and something like this. So that's
right. Yeah, it's unique. There's only one. You can't make a copy of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, perfect. Very good. So about 1 more minute. I'll check with the other group.
The environment. And I think it's disaster. It's disaster.
Yes. The last one, change and improve a situation or person is transformation. Today we have meeting and we talk about a big transformation about our company.
Really, like sometimes like
I don't like that word.
they even like have some mentors that can help you to transform.
Yes, but for me it means a lot of changes.
Oh, and why are changes bad for you, Pavel?
Because it's new. Maybe it's not bad, but you need to learn something new.
I understand. Yes. All right, everyone. Okay, so now it's time to play our game. Okay, so we're gonna have a game and then a sales call to finish. Okay, so the game. So don't worry, this is not how the app works, but this is a game. Okay, so it looks very complicated here. It looks very complicated, so I'm going to explain to you how it works. Okay, and so basically, this is the map. Okay, this is the map right here. Let me do it in red. This is where you start. And you always have two choices. From here, you have one choice. Here you have one choice, second choice. And then here you have two choices. And then here you have two choices. It's always right or left. Right or left. Okay. So now the way it's going to work is that one person is going to choose a destination. For example, Petra, Jordan. Okay. And the way it is, so with my partner, I'm going to give directions to my partner here, but using these right here. Okay. So game one is this one. Okay, this is one. So you say, okay, sit, gate, boat, that's left. So it's this one. Right, which is the R right here, is seat, gates, both. Then when you have, then you go to the next one, game two, which is this one. Gate two, you have these choices right here. Okay, right or left. Okay, the important thing is when you tell your partner, don't say right or left. So don't say this, don't say this, just say these three.
Mhm.
Okay, then you already know which one of, if it's, for example, this one, Petra, I know, so it's first the right, it's this one right here. Seat gates both, because it's the right one, game one right. Then it's the other right. So it's Rose's bed suit. Okay, and then for the third game, it's this one right here. Number 3, you choose left right here or right. In this case, it's the right because Petra is right. Walk 8 legs, and then you will know which one it is. Okay. So it's kind of, it's just a game, don't worry, like it's not so complicated. The application is not like this, but this is just kind of like a map. Okay. So,
But can we use a position map or locator map? Hub?
Normally you can, of course, yeah. But, for this game, this is your map right here.
Oh.
For the game, this is the only map. Imagine that at the end of the world, there is no phones. You only have this map right here.
And only 8 locations, the
And
best
only 8
one.
locations. These are the only
Around the
safe
world.
places. Okay. The only, and the idea here is that this is kind of how it works, but of course with algorithms. So it's algorithms like working, at the same time, always with combinations of words. In real life, it's very simple. You just say blah, 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 and it takes you. But here, it's kind of, we'll show you kind of at least the process. Okay. So does everyone understand?
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
so let's just experiment, don't worry. If it's confusing, just play around with it. Okay. Remember, you don't say right or left, you just say the 3 words, and one person chooses the destination and then the person who chooses it guides the other person to arrive. Okay.
Someone just drilling into the wall on in another flat.
Oh yes.
It's the proper time for a pronunciation.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Do you hear that?
Oh yeah. Some noise. Right? It's a challenge.
Nice timing.
They try to fix something.
That's right. That's right. So we like challenges. We like challenges. So let's try this one. Okay. So let's see. Enrico, you've worked with Pavel and you've worked with Thomas. So you work with Emily. Okay. So Emily, Enrico, and then Pavel and Thomas. Okay.
Do you want to start first?
I can try. Okay. I found the location where I stay. Seat, gates, both. Rose, bed, shoot,
Mhm.
work, hate, leg.
Okay, just a second.
You can ask to repeat if you wanted to.
No.
I can, no problem.
Taj Mahal.
No.
Good. So maybe Emily. So repeat it one more time.
Would I repeat it? Okay. Seat, gates, both.
Okay.
Rose, bed, shoot,
Okay.
work, hate, lag.
Eiffel Tower.
No, but close.
Okay.
The Colosseum.
The Colosseum, Italy.
Okay.
That's good, good, good. So yeah, that was, you're very close. It was just the last one. There was the leg and legs, right? And then the hate and 8, you see? So we have to, work, walk. Okay, good, good. So yeah, you have to kind of pronounce it. And it's supposed to be tricky. It's supposed to be tricky. So don't worry. So now, Enrico, your turn.
Okay. Seat, gate, and boat. Rose, bed, and shoot. And walk, 8, and legs.
Okay. Statue of Liberty, USA.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
You should be a programmer, Emily. You should be an engineer. You're not an artist. You're an engineer.
Thank you for this very nice compliment.
Okay, so now switch. I will check with the other group.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Work, hate, legs.
Statue of Liberty.
Yes, true.
Okay.
Nice. Let's try one more.
Okay, so arrive, set, and school.
Okay.
You are
So actually, you can start with the game 1.
in France, Eiffel Tower.
No, the Colosseum, Italy.
Okay.
You say school?
School, yeah, school.
Schools. Okay, sorry.
Okay, good. So you're doing game 4, right?
Yeah, we do all the game. We start from the first, second, third, and now we finished in the third.
Oh, okay.
Last one.
Okay. Nice. Was it easy for you or was it difficult?
It's hard to. It's about the pronunciation, but it's easy because I see left, right, and I check on the picture.
Yes.
Enrico, was it like a pyramids of Giza, Egypt?
No, Sydney Opera.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Okay. Nice. So let's so that's a good point. So just a little bit of feedback before we do our last one. So what was it easy, difficult? So Pablo, you said that it was easy for you because you just saw it. So can you tell us again how you saw it? What made it easy for you?
I remember that words, and if Tom say seat, gate, both, I remember left, right, and I check the picture and see that way.
Oh, wow, that's right. That's a great way. So instead of just listening to the words and looking at the diagram, just left. Okay, left. First one is left. Second is right. Third one is left. Okay, and then you look at it. Okay, good. And then Emily, you were very good. You were very impressive in this game. What helped you?
Yeah, I used the same, like, for example, first left, right, left. But in the last one, I don't know, but I heard like seat, gate, boat. but was the first one, right, Enrico?
Yes.
But it's like a game, one left. And if we go like to Sydney Opera House, it needs to be the first one right.
No, I say seat, gates, and boat.
Yeah, but I heard like seat,
okay,
gate, boat, like it was like complicated. I mean,
Yes.
yeah, but it's not because of us, but because of like these deal with the pronunciation,
Of course.
Yes.
Of course, and there's a lot of different pronunciations. It's not, there's the British, American, and Australian. Yeah, so it's.
But it was so interesting.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
Italian, Russian.
Italian, Russian, Texan, Czech.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah. And Thomas, did you find this? How did you find this?
I got lost 2 times because, for example, the boat and the both is really similar for me, and I didn't catch that properly, so I screwed up. And I think, and some in the school or I don't know what it was, work and walk. I also didn't catch that, so I screwed up 2 times, but. It wasn't because of Pablo's pronunciation. It was I'm just deaf a bit.
Yeah. I understand. All right. So yeah, just a couple of things. I'll make a few points. So it shows you, of course, the developers, they don't want to use words that sound very similar, but sometimes you do. So it's kind of like this is the E, the different. So one is sit. It's not seat, like a long E. It's like sit. Gates. So a lot of Spanish speakers and French speakers, they eat the last. They don't pronounce the last letter. So if it's plural, that's something. The TH. So both, and that's hard for a lot of, and because that sound doesn't exist in a lot of languages. It exists in Spanish, but in a lot of in Arabic, I think too. But I don't think. The Slavic or the Germanic languages have that sound. Does Italian have the th? Enrico? No. It doesn't. Okay, yeah. So you see, that's got that. So that these are a few things: bed and bad. Okay, and then work. So in American English, there's work and walk, but in British English, it's work and walk. Work, because they don't say the R. So it's work, walk. So you see, that is those are things to watch out for. The last exercise, it's just 3 minutes, 2-3 minutes. Okay, I want you to have a debate. Okay, with your partner. One of you is for the application, and you want to give all these benefits. Oh wow, look, all these poor people in Africa, they can have an address, you can find them, the emergencies. Then the other person is going to be against it. You're going to be like, hey, well, look, what about the pronunciation? What about the spelling? What about languages? We have so many people in the world and all these words are in English. How do we translate? Do you translate the word? Do you translate the pronunciation? All these difficulties that you can have. Okay. So just for a few minutes, not very long, and just, with the same partner, maybe have a little debate. One person is for and one person is against the application. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I will be against the application. So, if you are for the application, you can start.
Okay, I think that application has benefits for poor countries where they don't have address. They have a lot of remote location, and we could help for the people to find their siblings, family, or we could help them if they have some healthy problems. I don't see some negatives of that application.
Yeah, But I think in, as you said, in per countries, I think that also there they can afford these like the smartphones or you know to use the application. So
But-
maybe.
But it's we did the research and we know 60% of that people has smartphones, and this is our target group. And in the future, every
and I really think that it's a very good startup, and you can make a lot of money, and we really need to think how to monetize it.
Okay, but as you know, a lot of people in the world have a different pronunciation, and how the app get these different pronunciations?
But I mean, we can solve this problem using like very different words, and maybe it will help some people like to think about singular forms of the words or plural forms of the words, and maybe they will even change their pronunciations for the best.
Okay, but if I don't have a phone, I can use this app. For example, if I live in a rural area, I probably don't have a mobile phone, and how can I use it?
Yeah, then you can't use it, of course. You can use like a normal old map, but right now we have a lot of countries where like 5G will be working and other things. I don't think that it would be a big deal. And actually with plural or singular forms, it's only for English, but for other languages, it's no problem.
All right, everyone. All right. So that was good, you know. So yes, just a little bit of practice, you know, when it comes to these apps, because we know that just the future is the apps, the software, and the programs. You know, they're solving, a lot of things are happening, a lot of apps. And yeah, this is one example of apps that are thinking differently. They're trying to change the model. Okay, so of course it's not perfect, but yeah, you know, you can play around with it. It's free to download if you want to try it, just to play with it, you know.
Let's try.
A few students are trying it now, and they're gonna tell me about it next week. They're gonna tell me how it worked. So but yeah, cool. So have a great rest of the day and a good weekend, and I'll see you next time.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
You,
See
David.
you guys.
Oh, yeah.
See you guys.
Bye, everyone. See you later.